And how's it going, everyone? It is Skullzi here with the latest and the greatest gaming news. Today marks my very first video ever produced in my new office. I am super hyped to be bringing you the next phase of content in a much more comfortable space, and I have a lot of surprises in store for you over the next couple of weeks, so be sure to pay special attention to future channel updates. I'm still in the process of setting up a few things here in the Skullzi studio, however I still wanted to bring you a small but important update regarding the main Starfield trademark. As always, we're going to be breaking this situation down together, that way you can see that my bullshit capacity meter is always running at 0%, and that way you can have all the links and stuff to verify this information for yourself if you choose to. Now, if you are a long-time viewer of my trademark deep dive videos here on the channel, you will no doubt be familiar with some of these trademark processes that you're going to see in today's video, and although this information is based off of legit, 100% real and confirmable trademark processes, this should all still be considered 100% speculation, as trademarks are open to change for various different reasons, which I'll break down in this video, and like always, anything that doesn't come directly from Bethesda Game Studios should always be considered speculation. My goal here is to not mislead or stir up false hype, but instead to attempt to provide more of a foundation in which the community can base future speculation off of. Now, with all of that out of the way, let's get back to today's information. We're going to start our adventure right here at our old friend, the current list of active and pending trademarks filed for Starfield. There are numerous different Starfield trademarks here filed for various different classifications and international purposes, but the trademark we're going to be paying special attention to in today's video is the main overall trademark for Starfield itself, which is this trademark right here. You can see this trademark is classified for not only video game purposes, but also for various merchandise as well, which altogether seems to make up a possible collector's edition bundle for Starfield. As I covered in previous videos here on the channel, we can also use trademarks like these to somewhat narrow down a possible release date window for the game, and that is exactly what we're going to be doing in today's video, because there is an important update that is coming anytime soon for this main Starfield trademark, and this update is very important because judging by how this exact update goes down, we can use that information to tell if Starfield will release in 2020 or at a later date. Now, by checking the documentation for this main Starfield trademark, we can find the latest updates regarding the trademark status. You can see the most recent update regarding this main Starfield trademark was actually quite a long time ago, way back on January 30th earlier this year. This update signified the main Starfield trademark is having used its first 6-month extension. Bethesda has 5 6-month extensions in total that they can use for each trademark that they file, and what these extensions do basically is prolong the amount of time Bethesda has to basically have Starfield finished and essentially ready to be sold on the market. The United States Patent and Trademark Office requires companies to provide evidence that they have a finished product related to the relative filed trademarks, just like this, in order to prevent corporations from essentially creating a specialized market of buying and selling trademarks just to own the rights to certain product names. This would greatly harm the growth of small and new business, so it's good that these checks and balances are in place, and also another benefit of this is we can use this extension process to narrow down a potential release date window for games and products, Starfield included. So with this information in mind, that means that at some point within the next month or two, no later than July 31st, we should see a request for a second extension to this trademark within this documentation. If we do see that extension, that means that Starfield is most likely not going to come out at some point within the next 6 months. However, if this trademark doesn't get its second extension request and instead there is an update stating that ZeniMax proved statement of use, this indicates that Starfield is finished and Bethesda has shown reasonable proof that they plan to sell the game at some point this year. So although this information may be a bit hard to follow at times for those not experienced with such deep bureaucratic things, and although it doesn't just straight up tell you when the release date year is, which I don't know why you'd expect anything to actually do that, it is still much more information than Bethesda is willing to share about Starfield, and my trademark deep dive videos like this have been correct in the past in regards to predicting unannounced games well before they were announced, as well as potential release dates. And when it comes to companies as quiet as Bethesda Game Studios, it's up to the community to do deep dives like this, as trademark filings are based upon legal timelines, which can be expensive if things aren't finished within that time frame, as refiling expired trademarks requires more legal work and fees, and they also reset this entire filing process and timeline, also opening up the possibility that another company may express interest and try to file a product named Starfield. And despite all of the recent leaks and rating updates and stuff regarding Starfield that I've been reporting reporting on here on the channel within like the last month, I still say the safest bet to expect the game to be released is 2021. There are numerous reasons why I don't think Starfield will come out in 2020, but I will say because of all the recent Starfield related news and the ESRB ratings and the PEGI ratings and all of that, I will have to say that the chances of a 2020 release date are higher than they otherwise would have been. But still, it's better to not hype yourself up for something only to get disappointed if that something doesn't end up happening. It's always better to be completely surprised when that Starfield showcase finally drops. That way you appreciate it that much more and you're that much more excited when you finally get it. Now, before I end the video, I have a couple quick channel updates to make. I am officially returning back to daily uploads after I took a couple days off to move into my new office, and now that I am all moved, I am super hyped to announce that I will be setting up a permanent streaming schedule this week. I will be streaming at least 4 days a week, and on top of all that, I soon will also be doing a gaming-related cooking video series occasionally on the channel as well. I'll be starting things off with my variations of recipes from the official Elder Scrolls cookbook, and on top of all this, I have a few other special surprises in store as well. I'll be consistently adding new designs and merchandise to the official Skullzi merch shop over on Teespring, so be sure to check that out from time to time and pick something up if you want to help support the channel and get some awesome merch at the same time. Now that finishes up today's video. As always though, remember this is all speculation as it doesn't come direct from Bethesda Game Studios, and Bethesda could theoretically let the trademark expire only to pay to refile it again, although that would not be in their best interests, so chances of that happening are pretty low. As always though, what I want to know is what do you think about all of this? Let me know what you think down in the comments below, and if your comment wins the internet, you may get featured in the future video. Be sure to like the video if you enjoy the content, and if you want to stay in the know when it comes to the latest gaming news, hit that subscribe button and turn notifications on so you don't miss the latest uploads. Follow me over on Twitter for other news that doesn't quite make it into my videos, as well as other channel updates, and check for links down in the description below for official Skullzi merchandise, the Skullzi Discord community server, and if you want to have your hand in providing future content, there are links on how to be an exclusive channel member here on YouTube or over on Patreon as well. And as always, thank you for watching. Be sure to tune in next time when Todd Howard Trademark time.
Change the world. My final message. Goodbye.